morning, and welcome to the season finale of the Morning Rush. It is officially week 17 and Championship Sunday, the day we've been grinding for since draft day. This is the final morning rush of the fantasy season, and we aren't holding anything back. Whether you are playing for a ring, a belt, or just bragging rights, we are here to make sure you finish the job. This is Fourth and Fantasy and Two Guys in One Pod. Let's get this show on the road, baby.
Hey, yeah. I don't follow no script. I make my own lane. Got a spreadsheet mind and a red brass brain. Dynasty beats got that tape in my veins. While they drafting by names, I'm exposing their game. No cap. We study the craft like film room rats. Gyms in the fourth while they stuck in the past. It's levels to the dynasty. Keep or flex. From rookies to pros, we demanding respect. That's real. And I ain't never need clout for my clout to show. Just a mic I take and a team I grow. This ain't just picks, it's Principle G. It's Fourth and Fantasy where you build your legacy. We 10 toes.
We're 10 toes down and we stand on facts. I'm Honcho, and actually, let me go ahead and move this over here because Addie's supposed to be in the middle. But
thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. Good morning, everybody. Happy holidays. Hope you've been enjoying the wonderful times with your family. And remember, we're your fantasy playbook for more championship wins. I'm Honcho, and that's my guy over there.
It's Rocco. Call me Rocco.
And we're joined by the great, the wonderful Addy himself. How you doing today, Addy?
I'm doing great. Still in California time, so I'm waking up a bit. But the Bears are in the playoffs, man. What can I complain about? I'm hanging with two guys that certainly are not going to get to experience that this year.
Ooh, we're starting off with a stray today. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My Cowboys are going home. Or they've been sent home, to be honest with you. But it kind of lets me now get prepared to go into the draft season and start actually looking into more guys. Shout out to the Bears though. Y'all turned it around in one fell swoop year. I know as a Bears fan that feels good where you didn't need to do a 2-year, 3-year rebuild.
We did a 25-year rebuild, so we've been on this for a bit.
We've been on it for a minute.
Hey, y'all could talk shit about my Saints, but I came into the season hoping for 2 wins and the number 1 pick so we can get our franchise QB. And guess what? We're going to have 7 wins, and we already got our franchise QB. So we're good. I have no complaints about the season. 0 out of 0.
And I just forgot. Rocco, where are we the land of, my boy?
We are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. Everybody's welcome. Everybody, you just came from California.
Yeah, everybody's welcome, man. Like I said, this is the season finale of the Morning Rush. Bittersweet. When we first came up with this concept, it was, we just kind of threw out the name, threw out the whole thing, and then it kind of just came into its own. Y'all made it. Thank you for everybody who has made the Morning Rush what it has been all season. Your engagement, your comments, the back and forth. Absolutely have appreciated. Me and Rocco absolutely love you guys and appreciate you tapping in with us. And we got our boy Roach in the house. Always do. He says, morning, fellas. Morning right back to you. We got our first start and sit. And actually, before we go into the start and sits, we'll get to y'all real quick. Can we just talk about the games that we seen so far? Whether with Derrick Henry last night going for over 200, the future Hall of Famer himself did the Green Bay Packers bad, which makes me actually happy because as a Dallas Cowboys fan, and we own the Green Bay Packers draft pick this year, if they're not they're looking like they're not going to make the playoffs, which is even better.
They locked up that playoff spot. They're in it.
They did?
Yeah. The Lions lose.
The Lions? Fuck.
Yeah, I know, man. Trust me, I'm bummed too. Green Bay has to play Chicago in Chicago, so they can do all their shit talk. They can get it out now. Like enjoy cheeseheads because we're going to be wearing those graders on Sunday, a wild card weekend.
Damn it, Lions! Y'all just embarrass yourself in front of the garden tools. Why, man? I was hoping.
Damn, the Lions are so terrible. Why are they fucking so awful? Those fucking awful Lions. Why did I have to waste so much of my holiday watching those terrible Lions play? What's up, Benny?
I will say a lot of people have agreed that the Thanksgiving games this year were kind of bad. weren't that good. I think the best game of the day was the Cowboys and Commanders game.
Oh yeah,
by far. And even that was a kind of more of a blowout until the end where they started to come back. But nevertheless, man, it's a sad day, especially for someone for me who I acquired Jahmyr Gibbs over the offseason, thinking, I mean, he still had like a top 5 type season or top 6, top 8, whatever. I think top 6, top 5, whatever. But at the end of he didn't help me. He actually let me down in the playoffs, if I'm being quite honest with you. But nevertheless, man, let's get to these start and sit questions. Good morning, everybody. We got our boy Big Ben in the house. What up, Ben? Y'all in here killing it. But ASRYQE, welcome back to the show and good morning, happy holidays to you. ETN or Jalen Warren, half PPR. I'm listing my team and my opponents below. His team is Brissett, London, Pickens, who gave him 9.8 points. I know, bro. I'm with you. Him and CD let me down. But it wasn't him. CD actually had a couple of plays where he could have made. Dak just underthrew him a few times, and there was one that got broken up. So CD could have had an actually big day. It didn't turn out that way. He has Tetairoa McMillan, Bijan Robinson. I don't know which Taylor you're talking about, but I'm gonna go thinking that's Jonathan Taylor, Trey McBride, and ETN as of now. So, fellas, to answer his question, ETN or Jalen Warren, half PPR. Which way we rolling with? Rocco, I'll let you hit it first.
I'm going ETN. I mean, he's been studly consistently down the stretch, and now there is no Bashard Tootin to take any touches from him. So I'm going to keep rolling with the hot hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Trevor. Was it Trevor? I know they got Trevor and
Trevor Etienne.
That's and they got brother. The other
Travis. Talking about
Travis Etienne. Yeah. I knew I fucked it up as soon as I said Trevor.
Yeah, don't start Trevor. Don't start Trevor.
No, hey, you're not gonna get this kind of advice anywhere else. Don't start Trevor Etienne. Let me throw it back to my guy Addy on this one.
Yeah. I got Travis Etienne real high in my ranks. I think that's the easy call here. You know what's a lot scarier than Bashal Tootin? Kenny Gainwell. Before this season, I'm sure we wouldn't have been saying that, but Aaron Rodgers loves himself a back that can catch the football. Jalen Warren does an okay job of it. Kenny Gainwell has been easily one of the most elusive pass-catching backs in the NFL. I'm starting ETN because Warren's only getting 12 touches.
I'm right there with y'all. Travis Etienne is who I am rolling with. I think if he has a pretty safe floor for me against the Indianapolis Colts, who have been eliminated from the playoff contention, which is kind of crazy when they started off 7-1 to miss the playoffs with that. Kind of sounds like the Philadelphia Eagles of 2023. But just had to throw it out there. But nevertheless, I feel like y'all are right. Travis Etienne here. And then with Kenny Gainwell, I don't think he's taking a backseat from where he was. I think it's a nice, good split between them. And if I'm looking at who the Steelers are playing, the Cleveland Browns, it could be a tough matchup today. I know Myles Garrett is on a mission to break that sack record for the season. So it could be a day for them, for sure, for sure. Good morning to you, Katimi. Greetings from Spain. Have a good Sunday. Katimi, you have a better Sunday, man. And I don't know what the weather is like in Spain right now. I don't know if it's winter. I don't know if it's summer. But whatever it is, man, bundled up or on the beach, have a good day, my boy. Max is in the house. Morning, gents. Morning back to you.
What's up, Max?
What's up, Max? He also says his opponent is playing Purdy, Puka, Olave. Oh, boy. You have a couple of tough matchup here. Amon Ra, who he had a decent game, not too crazy. Javonte Williams screwed me. He was off to a good start.
He was on it.
He was off to a great start. Got a shoulder injury, man. I thought he was going to go for a 20-plus type game.
That's what happens when you're out the playoffs, man. Little bang here, there, and out the game they go. Same thing happened with Fergs.
Out the game, man. He has Josh Jacobs, who didn't have a good game yesterday. He had okay, but not really.
Josh Jacobs had 1 point.
Did he? I didn't, bro. I
One
didn't. Okay,
fucking
hear me
point.
out. I didn't watch last night's game just because I said
That was a
it's
fun
gonna
game.
suck. But then I was like, I wish I did because Derrick Henry went for 200. I wish I did watch.
That was the best fucking game in the whole holiday
I'm
slate,
so mad. I didn't expect Derrick Henry to go for
especially when
two.
you have Derrick Henry.
I was on the plane during the start of that game. I came back in and saw 20 points in the first quarter, and I was like, okay, let's go. Speaking of Benny in the chat, it's kind of like watching the great QB Max Brosner beat up on the Lions.
Yo,
he got beat up by
you got
Anonymous.
beat by one of the fact that I didn't expect that to happen. Brosnan to go in there to beat the Detroit Lions. You all got eliminated by Matt Brosnan. Oh my god, that is crazy.
Man, what was Goff doing out there? Goff act like he's never played a Brian Flores defense before.
Brian Flores is going to be one of the top coveted candidates for head coaching jobs next year or this upcoming.
You would think so, but he's not on the list for the Titans. Like the Titties continuously fuck up. They have all these retreads, on their list of guys like Matt Nagy. We already seen what that looks like as a head coach.
Don't do that to Cam Ward. Like, come on, Matt Nagy has ruined many a QB. Don't do that to Cam.
And I feel like with Brian Flores, he's actually been. I know for Atlanta Falcons fans, they've talked about wanting Brian Flores as their head coach. I would love that for the Falcons, honestly. Where I think their defense is actually one of their better strong suits, especially that young defensive line with Pierce, and then you got Gold Dogs Walker going crazy over there. You feel me? So our boy Max asks Kyle Williams, Burden, or Sampson. Addy, how we feeling with this one? I feel like it's a Kyle Williams type of day with the type of guys they have out and facing the New York Jets. What do you think?
Yeah, my only concern with Kyle Williams is that game could be a bit of a blowout. We could see the Patriots absolutely putting belt to ass in that one, and we got Travion Henderson healthy this week. Ramondre's healthy. They're going to run the ball, but Kyle Williams has the best opportunities he's had in some time. Kayshon Boutte's out. He's been getting a lot more snaps. He was at about 50% last week, 28 of about 70, I think. So I love Kyle Williams in there, but if you're looking for a safer floor, I would go with Burden. So this is kind of one where I would base it on your matchup. If you're expected to win this one, throw Burden in there. I think he's a safer bet for 10 points. If you need some big upside, Kyle Williams has shown he's going to hit that big play this year.
What do you think, Rock?
Yeah, I feel that Burden was slowly becoming the number one option in Chicago before he missed the game. So I'm hoping that he can get right back to that. And the Jets game against the Patriots, it feels like a run heavy game script to me. So I would start Henderson and Ramondre. I think both of them, have 2 touchdown upside. I think that Henderson can break a long one and make your day with just that one play. And I know we're not talking about Hendo right here, but I say all of that to say that there's still Hunter Henry there, there's still Stephon Diggs there, so those are going to be your top 2 options. So you're hoping for good coverage towards Kyle Williams. You're hoping for a long play. I would just take the floor of Burden getting, 6 targets in this game. And as far as Sampson, I haven't seen enough to confidently start him over either of the other 2.
Yeah.
So that's the way I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, with Sampson and with Judkins out for the rest of the year, it's like I know he'll be the passing back. He'll get some passing work, but when you look at the other guys, I'm like, I could swear no, Jerome Ford isn't out for the year, right? Cool.
I don't think so.
All right, because I know he was hurt.
I thought he was on IR.
I know he was initially hurt.
I believe he's on IR.
And then they had the other boy. They had the other.
He's on IR.
They had the other boy from who was on the charges at one point.
Raheem Sanders.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So I think Raheem Sanders gets a lot and I mean a lot of touches today. He actually showed pretty good when he was in getting there for the preseason games. He actually showed a little bit of talent. So I do like me some Raheem Sanders, but I do like y'all points there. Burden does have a safer floor, and the San Francisco 49ers haven't really been. I would say their defense hasn't been playing the greatest, but at the same time, I feel like they've already made the playoffs, so they don't really have much to play for. But and there's only 2 games left in the season at this point. But yeah,
Yeah.
And to just
Yeah.
build off of your point, Ford is on season-ending IR.
okay,
He is.
that's
He
what I
is.
thought.
I love Sampson in there, but still, I'd rather have Burden just a bit more talented. San Francisco 49ers have the 1 seed as a potential option for how this season ends. So SF's going to be playing this week. They're going to be playing next week, but they probably won't be playing as hard after this week because the Bears are about to, as I said previously, put that belt to ass.
Belt to ass.
As long as CMC, kills, as long as George Kittle,
Place.
that warrior that he is, plays and gets me 10, y'all could win by 20. I don't give a shit.
King Henry is a living legend. That he is, bro.
You fucking well right
That
he
is,
is.
he is. He is. And what makes me sad, Derrick Henry was in the same draft as Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is no longer in the NFL, and Derrick Henry is still ripping off 200-yard games. Cyborg, freak, if you will.
And I just want to throw a point in there, man. There was a slow part in the season where people were wondering if they should get out for a second. And anybody that got these last 2 performances for a second round pick, kudos to you, because I always believe that a guy that's done what King Henry has done in the past, he is going to continue to do it, and his numbers will add up at the end of the season. And this is the positive regression that we've been waiting for all year. And guess what? It came in the perfect time because he's going to lead a lot of fucking people to championships.
Hell yeah. I love me some King Henry. And shout out to you, King. I'm already down bad. So don't talk about my Lions. Hey, man. You know I'm in the chat. Hey, Ben, we all, or except for Addy, I guess, we're all on the couch, man. We're all gonna be watching on the couch, feeling good. Mando, good morning, happy holidays, and remember, like, share, and subscribe if this is your first time tuning into the show. This might be the season finale, but it's not this is not the finale of the whole segment. We'll be back at it again next year, but thank y'all for tuning in, man. He says, "Hey, what's up, fellas? With Kittle likely out, and Taysom Hill or Tungus? Honestly, okay, hear me out. I've heard, mixed signals out there. I've heard there's a likely chance that he is playing, but then when I'm doing my researches, it's showing that he's going to be out. So I don't know which way to lean here. If Kittle play, and I'm actually facing somebody who has Kittle in the championship, I hope the motherfucker's out. I hope he is. That is 11 points.
Don't talk like that.
That's 11
dirty.
points. That's 11 points going. I need this. So I hope Kittle is out. I hope he is.
Shut your face.
So if how do we? And also, I saw there's another tweet where someone was like, you should lessen your expectations for Taysom Hill. The reason why he got the snaps he did last week because it was a home game and it's going to be his last home game potentially as a New Orleans Saint. This week, they're saying it might not be the same game script. Are we going Taysom Hill or are we going Tungus, Addy?
I really want to hear Rocco's opinion on this because he's the big estimate guy in this group. Because I kind of feel confident that Taysom Hill's getting more touches than Tungus. And when I'm looking at tight end, typically what I'm looking for is a safe floor. Tungus has been incredible this year. He has really shown out, and I'm honestly surprised by it. So if Kittle's out, he probably is safe for 4 or 5 receptions. But if Taysom Hill gets 10 carries, you can't really replace that production at the tight end position from anybody on the waiver wire. But I did see a little bit from Estime. So Rocco, tell me why I shouldn't feel confident in Taysom Hill, because that's really the argument. I need to be talked off of this one.
I mean, Taysom Hill's been pretty terrible all year.
For the most part.
I think even in that game this past week against a team that's already kind of packed it in for the season. I mean, they are all the way in for Fernando Mendoza, so they are not trying to even be close in games. They just fired their defensive coordinator, so yeah, it was a very easy opponent for the Saints. And I think the Saints knew that. They knew all of this going into the game. So they said, what more perfect time to have a send off for Taysom Hill against a team that's given up already at home in front of the fans. He still, I think, had maybe 3 yards per carry. Y'all can check that if you want. Estime had the best yards per carry. He had one of the best plays of the day. Throw towards the sideline where he just bounced off a leg tackle and then hurdled a guy right afterwards. Kind of showed you some of his talent. But let's not get it twisted. I think the Titans are a little bit better opponent. I don't think they're all the way in on the tank. They already got their quarterback. Cam Ward wants to win games. They still got guys like Jeffrey Simmons who can definitely make plays. And I don't think that Mickey Mouse shit going with Taysom Hill is going to work quite as well this week. So I think it's going to be more of a split. Hopefully they just get Evan Hull off of my television screen. He is fucking terrible. Like, I think he's like his yards per carry is just abysmal, and you see it. He has no explosion. Every time he tries to get to the edge, it's a holding call to let him get there. I say all of this to say that I am on Tongus in this dichotomy. If in this decision, if Kittle doesn't play, Tongus has been fucking awesome when Kittle hasn't been in there. Just last week when Kittle was out of there, he had a touchdown. Toe drag on the sideline. That was pretty awesome, but for some reason, a good reason, I think, because it allowed CMC to score another touchdown and advance me into another final. But he had a touchdown along the sideline that they didn't even throw the red flag on, try to get a replay on it. So I think that Tongus is easily the guy for me if Kittle's out.
I like it. And I honestly, once again, I hope Kittle wins out. Shout out to it because I need it.
Kittle needs to play. I need 10 points from Kittle. Although I do have some time just picked up just in case.
Epic 8 fight. That is actually a dope name, guy. My boy. Morning, guys. PP.
That's from the Two Guys pod, it looks like.
Yes, it is. He is from the Two Guys One pod. So shout out to you. Morning, guys. PPR flex with Michael Wilson, Juwan Jennings, Trevion Henderson, and QB with Burrow and Stafford. I'm actually upset and happy about the Trevion Henderson news because when he was likely to be out, Ramondre Stevenson was projected with 12 points. Now he dropped to now to 9. I'm still trusting Ramondre Stevenson, obviously, because it's the Jets. So I still think he gets the goal line. But with this one, PPR flex, Michael Wilson, Juwan Jennings, Trevion Henderson. Which way we rolling with this one, Rocco?
And this one, I am gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with the hot hand in Jennings. Maybe Addy could speak more to the coverage abilities of the Bears, but Jennings has been on an absolute heater. He didn't even do anything in the first half in the last game, and still, ended up with I think maybe 18 points, a touchdown, quite a few catches. So I would go with Jennings there. I just worry about Henderson and the concussion and how much is he going to actually have to produce against this Jets team that we just talked about is packing up for the summer and going on a vacation right now. And as far as the other two, whew,
Burrow or Stafford? That's a tough one.
I think I have Burrow higher in my rankings. I think that their game has a little bit more shootout potential, but
Agreed.
that's really throwing darts. Both can get you 30, every single
Uh,
week. But what do you think, Addy?
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned the Cincinnati Arizona game, highest point total of the week. Jacoby Brissett, Joe Burrow are ready to do some stat padding this week. Marvin Harrison Jr. is on a snap count. It's been reported already. He's likely to play, but he's likely to play 20 snaps tops.
mm,
I'm I'm old enough to remember how Michael Wilson did with Marvin Harrison out, so I'm inclined to go there. But that being said, you mentioned the Bears' coverage or lack thereof. I'm kind of with you on that. Huncho, you'll relate to this. Travion Diggs, he's a great corner when he isn't trying to jump a route, right?
mm. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
He's
Nashawn
a
Wright is
gambler.
the exact same build, exact same sort of guy. A little bit less talented than Diggs, in my opinion, but he's having an incredible year. Love Wright and love what he's been doing. Definitely be sure to check out some of the work I've been doing on Bears Uncovered on that. But I I would go Wilson or Jennings in this one. I think both of those guys are safe. Personally, throw in Wilson. I like the higher point total in that one, and the Bears have a heck of a lot to play for. Henderson and Ramondre, they're going to be great, but if they start winning that game early, expect to see Ramondre in there quite a bit.
And I know I'm with you on that one. And then with Burrow and Stafford, like I said, it's a toss up, right? Both can get you 30. Where Stafford, I think Atlanta has a better defense than Cincinnati. So I do think, it's hopefully Cincinnati Bengals don't shit the bed. I know Burrow has a point to prove. Jamar Chase has a point to prove. They still want to go out there. Chase Brown could have a day. T. Higgins is playing. So they got basically their full arsenal of an offense. Try to go out on the season on a high note. You're not making the playoffs. You're embarrassed yourself in front of the Garden Tours basically all season. Let's see if they can once again end the season on a high note. And I saw a news report that there are several teams that will monitor the situation with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals over the offseason and potentially trade for him. So we'll see if anything comes on that one. But as a quick break, we're going to cut to league champ real quick. Who our very own Addy here is leading the pack at the moment. No, is it Addy or you're second
No,
right now?
dude, Rhino got me again. Check out Fantasy Goat's work. Ron's awesome. He's been killing it. He's only been in 2 weeks, but they've been 2 good weeks.
There have been 2 good weeks. He beat me last week. God damn it! Had me finishing second. So and then
That sucks,
I
don't it?
do. And then right now, I
It
believe
does.
I dropped to fourth. I was second for majority of yesterday, and I dropped to fourth. But we'll see if I can catch up. We're all pretty much very close at the moment. So it's basically anybody's game at the moment.
Not me. I made rankings for Thursday and then submitted.
Uh,
It's been a rough few days.
but this is league champ, or you can win a free NFL jersey by being the number one ranker. We'll be right back. Do 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 do. Welcome back to the morning rush. Hope everyone's doing well, dandy, and great. Let's get back to these start and sit questions and epic 8 fight. Wonderful name. Hopefully, we answered your question with that one. Samuel Castillo, welcome back, man.
You passed up on one.
Oh, did I? Oh, fuck the bird. Mhm. Fuck the birds, Mike. Go birds, my ass. Go birds, my ass. I don't want to get that shit up out of here, man. No one wants to. No one wants to talk about no goddamn birds. But good job making the playoffs. I do have Saquon Barkley fairly high in my rankings this week, so hopefully he does go off. Samuel Castillo, 513 May. Okay, we got basically a loaded question here, so we'll break it up. May or Lawrence? We'll start there. Which way are we rolling with, fellas?
Addy.
Give me Drake May. I like T-Law. I think he could have a great game, but start your studs.
What about you, Rob?
I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Lawrence here. I feel that he's not gonna have to do much in this game against the Jets. I could be wrong, but Lawrence has been on an absolute fucking heater,
Here.
and I wanna maximize on those flames right now.
If I had to grade, well, I have ranked them. So they're basically 5 and 6 for me this week, right? They're literally right next to each other. So it honestly, both have great matchups. Trevor Lawrence going against the Indianapolis Colts, and Drake May has the New York Jets. New York Jets I feel is an easier matchup. So go with May. But Lawrence is a great, honestly, you can't go wrong with either. I think both gives you 30 points today, 25 plus to 30 points potential if you're being keeping it in the butt. So I like both, depending on if it's 4-point passing, 6-point passing. If it's 6-point passing, I probably roll with May. 4-point passing, Lawrence, due to his rushing ability. He gives you more rushing in that way. So, but either one is good for you, I feel. And good job on your quarterbacks. I know you didn't have no type of confidence in Lawrence going into the season, and he turned out later in the year to be a diamond for you for sure. For owners, all fantasy owners, for real, for real. And then he asked, one running back, one flex. Jonathan Taylor, Colts are out. Yes, Colts are out, but you got to start Jonathan Taylor, brother. You have to. Bruce Irving, Pollard against the Saints, or Jacoby Myers or Jacoby Myers. Okay, so he needs one running back: Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, or Pollard. Honestly, Jonathan Taylor. You can't sit Jonathan Taylor, right? He very much could go bananas today. I feel like he's not like a top 5 option this week. He's still in the top 10. So I still think he gives you a very good floor, a very safe floor. But as we've seen with the Colts as of late, he hasn't had the same boom as we saw earlier in the year. How do y'all feel about this, Addy? Like, how do you, when you're looking at these 3 running backs and trying to choose for the running back? I'm almost a little bit out on Bucky. I think Bucky has lost the goal line work, and it seems like they're getting the other 2 running backs still in there and in the offense. How are you rolling with this? Do you still go with Jonathan Taylor? And Pollard's been doing his thing as of late.
Yeah, I see the Saints got a point to prove. They've been shown that week over week. Tony Pollard, if anything, has frustrated the hell out of fantasy managers because he didn't start playing well until he hit the playoffs. I love what the Titans are doing. Tennessee Titties can play, but like I'm not throwing Pollard in any of my lineups if I can avoid it. Bucky Irving, I'd love to start him, but I'm kind of with you guys. I don't like that he's not getting that goal line work. Like he's been having a rough season overall. They play the Dolphins, which should be a really good matchup, but again, they've been picking it up a bit here. They've been able to play, and Baker Mayfield has all his weapons back. Jonathan Taylor is by far and away the best running back that you just suggested from this list. If you sit Jonathan Taylor and he scores 25 points for you, you're going to lose your mind. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve better. It's the last week of fantasy football. You think you got here without Jonathan Taylor?
Agreed. Addy hit that right on the head. What do you think, Rob?
I was actually shocked sitting on my couch watching that Colts and San Francisco 49ers game because it seemed like they were content with letting 45-year-old Philip Rivers win that game for him, and he looked good for a while. He
A
looked good
little bit,
for a
yeah.
while, but I don't understand why they don't. I mean that game flow, it didn't lead to time of possession. It didn't help out the defense, and they gave up a touchdown basically on every single drive. If it were me, I would have leaned on Jonathan Taylor. It seemed like Jonathan Taylor was more of an afterthought than the best player on that field in that game. So I don't really know what they were thinking. Maybe they saw something on tape that they could exploit. But I think they need to go back to their bread and butter this week if they actually want to win games to close out. I know they're out, but they still got pride and contracts to play for, and those football players still want to win. So if they do the smart thing, they would lean on Jonathan Taylor in this game. So I'm expecting one last, big blowout game from Jonathan Taylor. Maybe not the 3 touchdown type of game, but definitely better than anybody else on that list. And let me say one thing: Pollard against the Saints. You're saying Pollard against the Saints like the Saints defense sucks. The Saints have been actually pretty good on defense. Brandon Staley has done a fantastic job with that defense. So they're not the Saints of old where you can just start any kind of random Sean Tucker and he'll have the RB1 week. Um, Pollard, I'm starting in some places as a deep flex, but not with options like
Championship week.
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And the second question, I'm going Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers and Trevor Lawrence have a good connection. And in a PPR setting, I would take Jacoby Myers over all of those other options.
I'm with there with you on that one as well. And we saw Phillip Rivers miss Tyler Warren a few times last week, which I was facing Tyler Warren. So it made my day to get me to the championship. But to it's like you're working what for, and so we can get to the rest of them. When you're looking at what Phillip Rivers done, he has a noodle. He's 45, guys, so he has a noodle arm. But it comes to his processing, when it comes to actual QB play, the mental part, this man is still elite. The way he was putting them in position, snaps, getting them into motions, getting them switching protections, it lets you know, and I said this multiple times throughout the season, the NFL has a QB development problem, especially coming out of colleges, where they are touting talent or touting more physical traits than what's up here. Guys are having issues that they don't know how to read defenses. QBs are what that we grew up on. That was their bread and butter. Drew Brees didn't have the craziest arm, but the man was crazy up here. Peyton Manning did not have the craziest arm, but the man was cerebral up here. You feel me? And even Tom Brady later in his career was able to play as long as he was because the man was elite up here. That is what the for a Q. I love watching beautiful QB play on the field. I think is a dying breed. Dak Prescott is someone who I think is in that QB esque of guys. I like seeing guys like Kirk Cobain, Kirk Cousins go out there and do his thing and play. Even though the arm talent isn't what it used to be, they still make up for it up here. So I love that part. But I'm with you with their Rock. Go with Jacoby Myers because them other guys I feel like are kind of a toss up right now. Especially Jacoby Myers has his starting quarterback. Tyler Warren does not. Taysom Hill, he does, but Taysom Hill is Taysom Hill at this point. He hasn't been the what we saw from years past. Katimi and half PPR, no bonuses. Starting Hunter Henry over Taysom
Yes.
Hill. Yes. Yes.
Easy.
Yes.
Easy.
Yes.
Ramondre or Alec Pierce over Monangai or Pollard. Now, Alec Pierce still had a week with Phillip Rivers. he still went. He still went bananas. So, this one's hard. I don't think I want to roll with Monangai for championship week. So I'm gonna go over Ramondre just because of they're going against the Jets. But Alec Pierce is a very close. I don't know. Pollard's right there too. Y'all help me out. Addy, what are we thinking?
This question's phrased so funny. Ramondre or Alec Pierce over Monongai or Pollard. I think the first two are the only two you should be considering there. Ramondre or Pierce are the two guys that have the best opportunity. Pierce has kind of shown himself to be the wide receiver one in that offense, which is really crazy to say this late in the year. Like, we had such high hopes for Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, and Pierce has looked like a bona fide X receiver and wide receiver one. I think he's got a lot of upside, but Ramondre, you guys have alluded to it a couple times here that he could have a good 2-touchdown game. I think that's in the cards. Like, I take Ramondre over anyone on this list because Trayvon's still a little banged up. You could see Ramondre getting the entire second half of that offense.
What you think, Rob?
Yeah, for me, Ramondre is a must start today. I would be shocked if he didn't have a pretty damn good game. You got Trevion Henderson coming off a concussion, so we don't know what his workload's going to look like. I mean, if you have him, you have to start him. You probably don't have great options over Henderson, but yeah, Ramondre for me, I think he's going to build off of last week. And Pierce is a very close second. He has a good matchup in a game that could shoot out because the Jaguars have been scoring many points in the last few weeks. But I go back to my thought process that I think this should be a Jonathan Taylor game. So I'm gonna go with Ramondre here.
I like it. Ramondre during championship week. Big Ben, bro, I'm about to crash out from all this shit talking in here. Crash out it is, brother. Because I was ready to crash out after the Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys game. So we are right in the same category, my G.
Hey, not everybody can win five in a row at the end of the season and be very confident in our young franchise quarterback that's only 26 years old.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, listen, you go. We all do.
Rookie.
We're all due for a crash out, man. We're all due for a crash out, except for Addy. He's not going to crash. He hasn't crashed out yet.
I think we already covered this one, but we can just do a quick,
a little quick one.
Quick one or the other.
Well, we talked to, and me and Gridiron from last week talked about this as well. We came up to the conclusion where because we had a lot of people had, I believe it was, should they roll with Brissett or I forget what the main Brissett or Purdy? I think the main question was asked quite a bit throughout the show, and we were like, this is why we do the start and sit, because if you have the question, somebody else has that same exact question and dealing with the same type of scenario. But May or T Law, it depends on your scoring format for me. But ride with your stud with May. But I believe, actually, honestly, May does run the ball too. But T Law, I think, to my opinion, runs the ball a little bit more. And he has the better, actually, no, May has the better matchup. But either or is good for you. But roll with May. He's been your saving grace where he was from his rookie year to now. So I'm going with May. Rock, I believe you're going with May, or was it T Law?
I'm going with T Law. We just answered this about 2 minutes ago.
T Law and y'all.
You haven't changed your mind?
No, not in those last 2 minutes.
You're done. San Fran gonna fuck your shit out of here.
Best of luck in Cancun, guys. I hope the warm weather doesn't surprise Detroit too much.
1, 2, 3, Cancun! Man, what's funny is this all comes down to expectations. See, Benny expected to be in the Super Bowl contention bracket when the season started, and now he's in the eliminated with 2 games left bracket, or 1 game left, whatever.
Yeah.
I expected to have the number 2 pick and to be going after a stud quarterback, and now I got my stud quarterback, and potentially we could win 5 in a row. I think the Titans game is going to be the toughest out of all of them, but it comes down to expectations.
Yeah.
for your
And morning,
team.
Charles, again. All right. So we just answered the May and T Law. And then half PPR from Devontae Smith, Josh Downs, Luther Burden. Hmm. This is an interesting one. And the fact that you threw in Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith has a consensus of wide receiver 18 this week as they're going against the Buffalo Bills. I'm not. I don't know how to feel about Devontae Smith, as in just because of I feel like if you start him, he could end up giving you a dud. But if you sit him, watch him absolutely go off, right? So between Devontae Smith, Josh Downs, Luther Burden, Josh Downs is still featured in the Colts offense, but once again, it's Phillip Rivers, which actually works for Josh Downs' type of game since he's more of a short yardage type of guy. So really, honestly, if I'm looking at this, it's between Devontae Smith or Luther Burden. Am I correct to think of that, fellas?
Yeah, without a doubt.
And which way we rolling with? I'll let you go, Addy.
Dude, I want to say Luther Burden, but I'm going Devontae Smith here. Like, you don't bench this guy in a matchup that's consequential for both teams. The Eagles do have some game to play for. Like, they're trying to not be the last seed in the NFL and have to play one of these like brutal matchups. So I think they're going to be trying pretty hard to win this game against the Bills. Jalen Hurts hasn't been great this year, but when is he ever? So I I'm inclined to go Devontae Smith because you're looking at wide receiver twos in these offenses, and Caleb and Jalen Hurts are probably in the same ballpark there. So if I'm taking one, give me the guy who has a bit more big play upside. Who are you going, Rock?
I'm gonna roll with Smith
Smitty.
just because I think that this game has potential to shoot out because the Buffalo Bills can score points and they can push Philly to have to throw it a little bit. I also expect this to be a big Barkley game because the Bills have been terrible stopping the run most of the season. So, but I think I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. I think you got to start your stud there. If we saw a little bit more from Luther Burden, I can trust into that a little bit more. But I don't think I could trust Luther Burden to have a ceiling game in the championship week because I just haven't seen that ceiling yet.
Hell yeah. I'm rolling with Devontae Smith as well. Especially during championship week. You can always with those options, yeah, to go Devontae Smith. 'Cause once again, if you sit Devontae Smith and he goes for 20 points, you're going to be pissed. So yeah, I love that logic there. Origami Harvest. Good morning. He asked, full PPR, should I wait for Kittle Tungus or start Jawan Johnson? Jawan Johnson, come on down as he's in my top 5 of tight ends for the week. Going against the Tennessee Titties. And saying and as the Saints fan on the pod, Rock, and I know you've been you've very much voiced your feedback on Jawan or on the Jawan. Addy, actually,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Man, yeah, we'll give a little peek behind the curtain here. Rocco beat me to the chat to say let Addy answer this one first. I was hoping Rocco would. You know, give you know. Give me Kittle or Tonjes. Like, if Kittle plays, I'm going to play him. Kittle's played a million games banged up where he scored 2 touchdowns. And the Bears don't have the best defense against tight ends. TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds are decent. They played pretty admirably out there, and I think they can cover Kittle. But when it comes down to it, like, that Bears game could be a bit of a shootout. I would rather give myself the upside chance. If you're really up on your opponent, that would be my only. Sophie, really?
Puss
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Cam.
Yeah. So Sophie saying start Juwan. So I guess if you're up, start it. But otherwise, give me Kittle.
Kittle does if Kittle if Kittle was healthy, he is. I mean, I think with the matchup wise, he would be my tight end 3. So Tungus has, when he's been in the game, has shown he is capable, and with that matchup wise for Chicago against tight ends, I think is could be pretty decent. But Jawan Johnson has been to say the least, a very decent piece for people's fantasy this year, and I think he gets the receptions for that to be still somebody of relevancy.
Jawan
Rocco,
Johnson is a infuriating player to watch. He fucks up a lot. He's cost us games with late game fumbles. You know, routinely has heartbreaking drops. Uh, has no idea where the sideline is at. But he is a PPR scammer. So if you need 10 points, I might go Jawan Johnson. If you need more upside, I would go with the San Francisco duo.
Ben said he has Burrow as his QB1 of the weeks, as do I. No, I don't. I had Dak Prescott when he locked in. I had Dak Prescott as my number one, and that would have hit. That would have fucking hit if it didn't. If it wasn't no second half collapse. He was on a tear. The Cowboys was on a tear that first half, and then it just kind of dwindled down. But everyone close in lead champ except Rocco. We got a stray. We got
Oh, I mean, like, could you win one before you start throwing strays? Like just one? Like, can you win like one? I mean, everybody on here has at least two. Chef's caught me. Right now, Chef is my main competition. Because he's kicking ass.
he is kicking ass.
He's on an absolute heater, and I haven't been able to win in a while.
No, he'll be back. His sound is messing up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. The cat fucked shit up.
Mm.
He's been on an absolute heater. So right now, Chev is the top competition. But man, one day, I just have a feeling if you play enough, one day you too can win one league champ jersey. I mean, there's no award for two because I've got a lot of number twos under my belt too. But until you win one, those strays, I'm Teflon to that shit.
I have
A lot of
finished.
number twos under the belt is a wild thing to say, Rocco. Like,
Yeah,
just
that
get
is
to the bathroom, brother.
that's a crazy bar. I ain't gonna lie. But when I
Oh
say
man,
I've been robbed of, I should have 4 championships under my belt. I've been robbed the last 2 weeks. I could have been in the good graces of Rocco and Chef, but I've been
mm.
placed in second for the last 2 effing weeks. I've lost to Rhino and I've lost to Chev in the last two.
Chef beat you by 2 points. You wasn't close to him.
And I mean, yes, I wasn't close, but I was still second. I was still second.
I was second in our when we had the two weekly matchups. I was second in both of them.
It's just pissing me off at this
Horseshoes and
point.
hand grenades.
I need foe, man. I need foe. I keep placing second. I probably have the most second places. I gotta go back. I'm gonna go. I gotta go back. I have to be in the top five of second
Only
place.
Addy would have this top secret information, but
I'll be putting it out there. Don't you worry. But I got a lot of second place finishes there, Honcho. You're up there, but you, and Ben are competing for those also ran awards.
Yeah, man. I need some type of award. I may not win every week, but goddamn it,
you would need your participation trophy.
I'm telling you, man. Ivan Roman, should I start Kittle Tungus or Tyler Warren? Kittle Tungus for me. What do you think, Addy?
I hate answering this with Kittle Tungus because Tyler Warren should be a safe option this week. Like, theoretically, he cost me a best ball final last week. All I needed was like 15 from him, and I'd be looking at the finals. But you can't trust Philip Rivers' arm right now. It sucks. I wish you could. I Kittle Tungus begrudgingly.
Rock.
He's failed to clear 50 yards in the last 5 games with a pedestrian 3 for 30 He's not really doing anything. He's failed to top 3 catches in his last 4. That's just not trustworthy for me. And the crazy thing is, Tonjes can play. Like Tonjes does a really good Kittle impersonation when Kittle's not out there. So I would go with the Kittle Tonjes duo. I'm not trusting Tyler Warren until 2026.
And I would
Just
love
got
to.
reported here too. Kittle is likely out tonight.
Let's go! Let's go! That's the fuck I'm talking about, baby. Fuck yes.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. I gotta start question for myself that I just want to get y'all opinion on. Would y'all go Colston Loveland or Tonjes today with this new
As a
information?
Bears fan here, Addy, I'll let you take this one.
We've been watching this Loveland breakout for some time now. The 49ers, to be honest, Tyler Warren was open plenty last week. Like, that was a pedestrian stat line, but sure as hell was not a pedestrian potential output.
Yeah.
I go Loveland there because the Bears are already working without Roma Dunze. They're going to be playing in this one. Give me Loveland there. I'm going to go for talent over floor.
Okay, I like it.
I like Loveland there too. He's I gotta go back and look, but he's started fairly up there in my rankings this week. I think in my top 10. I mean, I think he might be 12.
Man, I wanted more points last week, but from Loveland, I thought that was gonna be fireworks in the sky. Didn't the game flow didn't quite go that direction? Still advanced, but
Miko. I'm gonna go with Miko Samuel. I'm gonna go with that 6740.
Mr. 6740.
Yeah. Good morning to you. Happy holidays. Flex Myers, Tracy Jr., Warren, Wilson Jr. Need 2, Hurts or Shug. So Flex Myers needs 2. Okay, so he needs 2 flexes. All right, so he needs 2 flexes between Myers, Tyrone Tracy, Jalen Warren. Is that Tyler Warren? Let us know. Is that Tyler Warren or Jalen Warren? And then Wilson Jr. It's Wilson Jr. I need first names when we do these things.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, Michael Wilson Jr. Thank you. Okay, there we go. I had to think of it. Okay, I forgot he's a junior. Yeah, I forgot he's a junior. Yes.
I thought we were talking about like Jeff
Cedric Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do not start Cedric Wilson.
got a lot of juniors here.
I'm telling you, man.
Who you got, Addy?
Yeah, go Addy.
Oh my goodness. Give me Tyrone Tracy in this one. The Raiders have I believe they even benched the GM, the owner, and the head coach for this game. They were trying to get everyone out there. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this one. We'll do a quick aside here. Max Crosby playing basketball on trampoline.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Thought that was great. Tyrone Tracy Jr. is probably the safest floor guy in here. But if you're going Michael Wilson, that's the other guy that I'd consider in here. I've never been a big Jacoby Myers fan. He has proved me wrong all throughout this season. So I'm definitely eating my words on this one. But I still would take Wilson and Tyrone Tracy. Weenie Hut Jr.'s for the win on this one.
Weenie Hut Juniors. I love the reference there. Addy, good stuff, man. With Jalen Warren and Rocco, actually, you go ahead with this one, my boy.
I'm gonna go. You know my affinity for Jacoby Myers, so I'm gonna go that direction, and I'm gonna go with Michael Wilson Jr. I think they're locked into a certain floor of targets. Tracy Jr. is interesting, but every time I start Tracy, I get disappointed. And Jalen Warren against the Cleveland Browns, they're not as ferocious as they were, earlier in the season. But also, there's a guy named Kenneth Gainwell who is the number 1 there. So I'm going to go with the 2 wide receivers. And as much as I love Shook, I'm gonna. I mean, you can't sit Hurts in that out of those two. That's crazy talk at this point.
Yeah, he gonna get at least two booty pushes. At least two booty pushes across that goal line. he, he'll get,
How that feel?
he'll get a little two. He gonna get some booty pushes in there. or Origami Harvest, full PPR, T. Higgins or Mike Evans. Mike Evans been doing his thing since being back, but T. Higgins has a pretty good matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. Which way we leaning, fellas?
I wish you could go both. Jeez, man. Who you got in your starting lineup?
Yeah.
I guess I'll go T here. Like that game's a higher shootout potential, but to be honest, I got them both in like my top 12. I don't think that either is a wrong call.
Bucks need to win this week. They need to win, as they are second with the Carolina Panthers. We're leading the NFC South right now. What do you think, Rob?
I think I'm gonna go with with the kicker. I'm gonna go with Myers. He's been pretty awesome most of the year. McPherson, fucking raw dogged one of my team with fucking 0 points a couple weeks ago, and I just can't get that stink off of me. Even though that team did it advance, but that's neither here nor there. Puka did that, not McPherson. But with Higgins and Mike Evans, I mean, what's funny is like both of these guys are like the same kind of archetype of player, like those jump ball specialists. Higgins is 100%. I know he's missed a couple games. That we don't have any worries about Higgins' health in this one.
No, he's good. He's good to go.
He's good. He's good. I know. Yeah. I think it was a concussion, a really bad concussion, which was compounded with another concussion. So that led to him being out. I think I'm going to go with. This is a hard one. This is actually a real good one. I think I'm going to go with Mike Evans. I'm going to go with the vet here. We saw him, absolutely destroy a couple weeks ago, and I think we could be in for another week like that.
Another Mike Evans question from Kirk Johansson, 7266. Good morning. Happy holidays to you and your family. Mike Evans or AJ Brown, full PPR. AJ for me.
Oh, really? I was going to go Mike easy.
I like AJ this week. Even though AJ's in my top 10, I think Mike Evans is my top 15. Sure.
AJ Brown actually got a full Audible subscription for Christmas, so he might be on the sideline reading the whole time.
Hey, that might be, if it doesn't go his way, he might. Like Mike Evans or AJ, but I do think this is closer than what people think. Where Mike Evans, he's been very much a TD guy and doing his thing in that area, and the AJ Brown, I'm trying to believe. He didn't get a touchdown last week, but he got you the catches and he got you about like 90 something yards. So, which way you rolling with, Rock?
I think AJ Brown's a better football player. I'm gonna go with AJ Brown, but I mean these guys are like basically back to back in most rankings. So I don't think you can go wrong either way. Mike Evans has a slightly better matchup. But I just think that AJ Brown, when they throw him the ball, he's basically unguardable.
I'm looking at my ranks right now. I have AJ Brown at 11, and then Mike Evans at 13. So fairly close, very close. So I believe it starts to stud. Both are studs at this point, but I feel like AJ Brown is with the day, but Mike Evans, because they need a win, they're going to be doing all they can to scrap it out for sure. KJ Frederick, what's up, everyone? Fantasy Championship, whoop whoop. Sunday 6. Better TE play for the chip: Strange, Tungus, or Taysom Hill. Well, let's throw out Taysom Hill out that way for me. And if we're thinking about getting a little strange between Tungus and Strange, that's actually That's a better question because of both can actually have a day. If Kittle and Tungus have which would make Kittle my TE3 for this week. Brendan Strange wasn't too far off from me, and as they are going against, and I'm looking back at my rankings, Brendan Strange is 9 for me this week. As I have Colston Loveland at 8. I'm surprising my damn self this week, but Brendan Strange is tight end 9 for me, whereas George Kittle is I actually don't have him ranked because I didn't think he was going to play. So now I got to get Tungus in there. But I would roll with. You gonna make me? You go. I don't. This is a hard one for me. Let me think on this one. Do either one of y'all have a?
Sure, I'll hit this one. We're called the Two Guys One Cup channel because we like a little strange up in here, and I'm going strange easy in this one.
Yeah, it's fairly easily strange in this one. We just saw what George Kittle did to this Indianapolis Colts tight end defense. So I'm not. I like Tungus, but Strange is likely to get more targets in a better matchup. For me, it's easily Strange. You know where we're going with this.
I like it, fellas. I like it, fellas. Strange is a good option for sure, for sure. Alex Sayo, something of the sorts. PPR flex: Swift, Stevenson, or Michael Wilson. I'm rolling with. Excuse me. I'm rolling with Michael Wilson here, but it's very close between Ramondre and Michael Wilson. Swift could have a day. Swift very much could have a day, but is less likely compared to Ramondre Stevenson, in my opinion, and Michael Wilson. And as the Chicago Bears fan here, would you roll with DeAndre Swift this week?
Nah, the San Francisco 49ers have the pass funnel defense, and the Bears are going to take advantage of that. Ben Johnson always does. So give me Bears receivers this week when you can. Michael Wilson is the guy I have highest of this whole group, but Ramondre feels like the safest one outside of him. How about you, Rock?
I think I am going to go with not Swift. I am going to go with give me Ramondre. Wilson a close second.
Katimi's. I have Manungai and Pollard starting now, and the other
reverse
two
that
on the bench. Go ahead and reverse it, Katimi. Go ahead and reverse it.
Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it, and get Ramondre and Alec Pierce in there.
I like what you did there, Rock. Better start from KJ, Drake London, or Pretty Ricky? Ricky. Hey, say Pretty Ricky. Which way we rolling with? I'm going with Drake London because I don't like Pearsall.
We're still starting Pearsall. I thought he was a 2026 problem.
Yeah, yeah. Throw that in there. Not messing with no Pearsall right now, my boy. Go Drake London, and I feel like we're all going Drake London here, correct?
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Damian, what's up, my guys?
Oh man, that's my dude right there.
What's up, player? It's really about to be 2026. It was just 2016. Tell me about it. I graduated college in 2016. So to think that it's almost been 10 years that I've been out of college and I've been a daddy for the last 10 years. It's crazy as hell. But I need Steelers to win today to secure a $50 bet against the Ravens making the playoffs. Also, Rocco, would you rather Downs or Tate for us in draft?
Tate?
Caleb.
Parnell Tate or Caleb Downs. Yeah.
I think I'd rather the stud receiver. Let's keep building weapons for Tyler Shough. I mean, we got Olave. I think they're going to re-sign him sometime this offseason. I don't think they're going to stretch that out too far. I mean, he's having an awesome season. I'm a fan of Vele. I think he can really play. I think he can be a really a really nice number 3 for a team. Definitely a guy that you look for in third downs. But give me Carnell Tate, who could walk in and be the best out of everybody. Um, I think that another weapon would really, round out this team. Obviously, we need interior line help. Get 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 Cesar Ruiz off of my team and send him anywhere. I don't give a shit where he can play in the CFL. I mean, he probably needs to find another line of work because he's terrible. Um, but yeah, give me some interior line help. But in the first round, I want that juice. We have the quarterback now. It's time to give him weapons so he can really start cooking in 2026.
And right now, the New Orleans Saints have the 8th overall pick. Typically, safeties don't go that high, and it's more of a position value than anything. Not to say he doesn't, the talent doesn't deserve to be a top 10 pick. Safeties usually don't go in the top 10. So,
And we got decent safeties. We got old man Reed back there. And shit, fuck! I just had his name on the top of my head. Jonas Stanker is
yeah.
fucking having a pretty damn good rookie season. So, give me the weapons. We found the quarterback. We can address defense later. We can just let Staley cook and keep adding to the offense.
And I don't know who needs.
Look at
Sorry, go
Kevin
ahead.
Byard got signed this year by the Bears and is putting up an all-pro season. Like you can get a safety in the offseason pretty easily. I don't like the Saints taking one that high. I think Tate or interior line is way better for them.
And Caleb Downs is a Cowboy. I hope y'all would know that. He's going to be drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Caleb Downs to the Cowboys.
Well, y'all need help everywhere,
We need
especially in the
safety.
secondary. So
Our safeties are straight ass. Tyranno 09. Stevenson or K Dub 3. Oh my god, the fact that we're even here makes me upset. But Stevenson, I guess, bro. Walker is like, you start Walker and he'll get you a good 8, good 6. And then I don't know. I just don't know what to expect from Walker from week to week. He's been the definition of boom and bust, and it's been more of a bust this year, if we're being quite honest. So, which way are we rolling with, fellas?
It hurts me to say Ramondre Stevenson here, but I'm saying it painfully. I got them like back to back in my ranks, so you can go either way. But against Carolina, that defense is legit.
Rob?
I mean, Kenneth Walker's all of my Kenneth Walker teams are not in the finals, so it's definitely I don't have that option in most of my leagues. So kudos to you for still being alive with Kenneth Walker and having that lineup decision. But I like the safety of Stevenson. I think he's going to get a lion's share of the carries. He's going to be in scoring position early and often. And he has a 3-down skill set. So give me Ramondre Stevenson over the hope that Kenneth Walker has a game like he did last week, which he hasn't had all season. I don't think we can expect back-to-back weeks like that for Kenneth Walker, just based on the way his season's gone.
And Torino is from Two Guys in One Pod. So shout out to you. Stephen Morgan, sorry. Need a flex choice. Damn, there's been a lot of Stevenson today. Or Wandale Robinson, full PPR. Thanks in advance for your advice. Wandale Robinson gives you, honestly, he's a PPR guy. Typically, the yardage aren't there, but he gets the targets in that Giants offense. I'm still rolling with Stevenson, though, just due to the matchup. And I think he gets more. I think he has higher chance to get a touchdown today than Wandale Robinson does. Addy, which way you rolling with?
Yeah, that's great. Let's throw Wandale in here. Full PPR. What are the odds Jackson Dart will have 0 passing yards at halftime this week?
Oh, hold on. I just got a notification. Cowboys rumored to be targeting Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you firing your coach already?
No, but he'll be our defensive coordinator though, and
It's a lateral move
Gonna be
for
a
him.
D coordinator.
yeah, yeah,
Sounds like
hopefully you
sounds
toss the bread.
lateral. I don't.
You toss the bread to him, man. But it would be, I don't know. Brian Schotty's going to be our head coach next year for sure.
Is he under contract?
No, his contract expires.
Oh, so he could
He's,
be a free agent.
mm-hmm.
It really depends, man, because he was a pretty damn good head coach in Miami. He got blackballed because he wouldn't tank,
Yes,
which
yes,
is
that's
which
very
is
true.
crazy to me. I mean, he's one of the best coordinators, in the entire NFL. I mean, for years he's taken somewhat average defensive pieces on the Vikings and made that team elite year over year. He was pretty damn good in Miami. He had that team's defense. Anywhere he goes, he commands respect, and he's going to have a great defense. For me, he would be one of the top head coaching candidates. But we know how the NFL works, and some people just get fucking. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit, man.
I don't want to say what I really want to say, but yeah, it's bullshit the way the NFL does certain guys. And I mean, his sin was he didn't want to tank.
And also the other
He
one
didn't want
was
to
he
tank, and
won.
it cost the team draft picks. But he is still gonna be ostracized from a head coaching position because he did the right thing there.
And the second thing that got him out of Miami was the Tua part. He wanted to bench Tua, and the Dolphins did not want to bench Tua. It's kind of crazy now to look at it. Tua has been benched. Who was right all along, Mr. Brian Flores? Stephen Morgan.
Boy,
Also, Stephen Morgan also asked, but honestly, I think this is an easier one for all of us, even for Mr. Bears over there. Caleb Caleb Williams or Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is my QB1 for the week. So I'm going with Burrow.
I'm not going to give bad advice here. Start Joe Burrow.
Burrow easy.
Burrow easy. Tron Force. Nico sent me back yesterday. So the hell did I? Because he was supposed to be my wide receiver. Nico was my wide receiver 6. He did not do that. Everybody else, Jaden Higgins had a long touchdown. Noel had a long touchdown. Nothing for Nico. Fuck. Nico sent me back. Excuse me. Nico sent me back yesterday. Who should I play as a flex? Gainwell, Jalen Warren, or Devontae Smith? That is a good question. The fact I don't like questions that have two players and at two players at the same position on the same team. Makes it a little hard there because you don't really know about game script. Could it be a Gainwell day as we saw last week? And one of those plays was kind of a lucky one where he caught it down and then he got back up without being touched, got you a tutty. That's not going to happen again this week. Could Jalen Warren be more of the guy for them this week, or are we rolling with our stud of a guy in Devontae Smith, Addy?
I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go Gainwell here. They don't got DK Metcalf. Arthur Smith already didn't want to throw to wide receivers anyway, so this is a good excuse for him to have his entire offense run through the passing game on tight ends and running backs. Screw it. Throw Gainwell in there. I think he's the safest floor.
What about Rob?
I think it's easily Gainwell. I mean, he's been the league winner. Off of the waiver wires that where most people got him. I don't think many people were even rostering him, even in deep dynasty leagues. He was an early week
Waiver wire. He was definitely
waiver. Yeah, he's fucking crazy. He was a waiver wire guy, and now he's winning people championships. But so I would just ride the hot hand with Gainwell.
Thanks, fellas. This is for the ship. Well, get your ass a ship, man. Put that in your showcase. And like we said, you're a fantasy playbook to more championship wins, and we hope we bring you one, my guy.
Wait, did we skip over his question?
No, because he had already asked that one. He was just confirming.
Okay. Gotcha.
He was just confirming the names from earlier.
Win that ship.
My other wide receivers are Najibba, and in the flex, I have Genty. However, I could start Mike Evans or Higgins instead of Genty. I have Genty fairly high in my rankings this week. Fairly.
Ugh.
And when I say
Over
fairly,
Mike Evans.
and when I say fairly high, I'm going with Ashton Genty as my RB7 this week. That's how high Ashton Genty is for me. So I'm I'm keeping Genty in there. They found the recipe with him last week against a tough Houston Texans defense. And there's very few times where players, when they play an opposing team, the opposing team keeps bringing up a guy that they played. The Houston Texans, multiple Houston Texans brought up playing Ashton Genty and how much of a stud he is. So I'm going with Genty here. How do y'all feel about this one?
Dude, you hear that crazy story that Raiders were like aiming for Genty's ankles to try and give him a little bruise, get him out of the game?
I did hear that.
That's insane. That is
The
insane
Raiders?
behavior. Yeah, they were trying to get him to sit out. But don't really get how that is beneficial for you guys at this point. But personally, in a full PPR, give me Evans in that flex over Genty. I they have a bit more going on. T. Higgins and Evans in your lineup, I don't think feels bad. Genty any other week I would have him in there, but personally, with everything going on with the Raiders, I don't trust that they're gonna be responsible in any way, shape, or form to your fantasy team. I don't think you should trust the Raiders either, personally.
I don't think Crosby trusts the Raiders at this point.
Future Chicago Bear, Max Crosby.
That would make me sick. But hell, even Julius Peppers had to go play for a different team, and so that was actually Julius Peppers at his time with the Chicago Bears was absolutely one of my favorite times of his career. If I'm being quite honest, and him in that Bears defense with the black visor was a
Oh,
look.
he was terrifying, terrifying player.
As a look. For all the young ones
What?
out there, if you don't know about Julius Peppers, he was one of the first freakiest defensive ends to come out of North Carolina and then into the NFL.
Mickey Loomis is way too irresponsible for uh, for Max Crosby to be on the trading block. Just way too irresponsible. So he needs to stay right where he's at.
Joshua, PPR, Ibuka. I'm sorry, gotta even start. And the fact that we even at this point with Ibuka, where he has literally fell off a cliff, and I feel like a cliff is not even does it even summarize it? A mountain, damn near. Let's go with the Grand Canyon, if you will. That's the type of shit he fell off. Ibuka, Kyle Williams, Coker, or Burden. And I will break this one off since there's three of them. Which one are y'all rolling with, Addy?
Ibuka. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up on the guy that quick. If you're looking at anyone else, it's Burden, and I think it's kind of close between those two. But Kyle Williams and Coker aren't in that.
Rob?
I think I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll with Burden out of here. I I've stopped rolling with Ibuka, weeks ago, and a little coach speak is not gonna put me back on Ibuka until 2026.
And make sure you like, share, and subscribe to both Fourth and Fantasy and Two Guys in One Pod. Great work they do over there, and we do great work over here. And we're always happy to have our boy Addy on, man. So
Oh yeah,
appreciate
you guys do.
appreciate you being on my G. Coker, oh sorry, Fannin or Warren? I'm going with Fannin easy. That's not even a question.
Yeah, same boat.
Harold Fannin Jr., man, even with his groin injury, that's just because my man's he's got a heavy sack, but he's ready to kick ass today.
Woo!
For Christmas,
Woo!
he's got a Christmas sack.
I'm going with Fannin too, as he is my tight end 3. What made you go with that bar?
Hey man,
That boy rock.
hey, we could have a whole episode without something zesty being said.
Are we rolling with Henderson or Michael Carter? This is on Underdog.
Give me
I'm still
Hendo.
going
What you say, Addy?
I'm going with Hendo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hendo. Rock, you going with Hendo?
Yeah, I get nervous putting in these late season studs, so to speak. I mean, Carter's been a PPR scammer, but I mean Henderson can make your day with just one run.
Steven also asks, Pitts at Rams or Henry at the Jets? I'm a Pats fan, born and raised. You and Max would be best friends, but Pitts has been killing it. Pitts has been killing it. He very much has. And I always say Hunter Henry is a very, very underrated piece in fantasy. He just shows up and does his job and gets and basically becomes a top 10 tight end almost every season for the most part. Under a very quiet top 10 tight end at that, especially with a young quarterback. But should we keep riding a hot hand here, fellas?
Yeah, screw it. Throw Pitts in.
Throw Pitts in there.
I'm rolling with Pitts because we know that the Rams can score points, and so Atlanta will be forced to attempt to score points. And we're not. I'm still not convinced. Drake London is 100%. So I'm going to go with Pitts. They found something. They're like, oh wow, look at this Maserati in the garage. Let's actually take him out for a spin, which they've done in the last few weeks. So I don't see why they would go away from that. When the Rams, they're like a middling tight end defense. So I would target Pitts early and often. So I'm gonna ride the hot hand. Absolutely.
Ride the hot hand. Thomas Sierra. I'm gonna go with Sierra. Taysom Hill or Tungus or Waller at tight end. We can break this one up since there is a multiple one. Which way we feeling, Addy?
Give me Waller. Yeah, like we still see him getting the targets. He's been a critical part of that offense, and they're going to need to score this week.
Agreed. Rock?
I'm going with Tungus here. I don't trust the ability of anybody on that Miami team to complete a forward pass.
Quinn Ewers was getting Waller the ball, though. I'll say that part. He was very much ripping. They had a nice little 30-yard completion last week. So I feel like a second week underneath the snap, underneath the center, preparation-wise, maybe we see a better Quinn Ewers. I believe with Tungus, we seen Tungus go off, though. But we also seen Waller when it comes to TD. He's very he can give you like a good 2 touchdowns today if everything goes well. Now, how's everything going well with Miami this year? That's the bullet that you're taking your chance on right there. But yeah, it's either between Tungus or Waller. Taysom Hill isn't even in this equation for me at this very moment. And then he also says, I need to start 1 PPR, Ibuka, Tremere Dike, Sampson, Adonai Mitchell, Tajay Spears, damn, Parker Washington, all these guys, or Pearsall.
Waiver wire king out here. Jeez.
Right.
Who you got?
He needs 2 out of this.
I want to say no one, but let me think here. So Ibuka is probably the highest in my ranks. I'm just trusting talent there. I don't feel good about it. But if you're looking at anyone else, I'm not going DK. I'm not going Washington. I've heard so many Parker Washington questions over the past couple weeks, and it blows my mind because, like, don't chase those points. Like, if there was ever a week that he was due for a stinker, like we normally talk about them being due for a touchdown, due for a 100-yard game. Parker Washington is due for a 0-on-0-on-0 and a lot of, Rocco agrees. You see them rushing to take Parker Washington out of their starting lineups. But if I'm going with anyone else, it's Dylan Sampson or Adonai Mitchell. I think Tajay Spears, is he a little banged up too?
Yes. He has, let's see. Let me just get he returned to play.
He had a really good game last week.
He did.
He's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's decent.
Either way, I'd go Sampson or Adonai Mitchell as the other guys I'd consider in that spot. Adonai for ceiling, Sampson for floor. Who you going, Rock?
I think I'm going to go AD Mitchell. I think he has the most upside in a YOLO type of game. I mean, he's gotten there with Brady Jr. over there, so I would definitely go with Adonai Mitchell and whew, yikes. I don't like. I mean, it's like the dartiest of the dart throw. If you go with the hot hand, Washington, Spears seems like he would be a good option, but the Saints have been good. I think in this one, I'm just gonna trust in the coach speak and go Ibuka, and I'm gonna go with AD Mitchell. And as far as the defensive question, I think I'm gonna go with the Giants because the Raiders are terrible.
The Raiders are terrible. The Raiders are pretty much terrible. And then, but this week, I'm gonna roll with the Bucks for defense as they need to win. And the Miami Dolphins, I don't see them tearing them up. Well, A-Chain.
Oh shit! Yeah.
A-Chain could tear them up.
I changed my answer. Bucks.
I'm going with the Bucks. What about you, Addy?
Give me the Bucks on this one.
And then Benjamin, he also pointed towards what you was referencing, Addy, with the Raiders potentially trying to bench Genty. Oh, now that there's been more vocal about this one now, now y'all making me a little bit more worried about Genty and Raiders, where I've heard one that their coach's name is Carroll. He might not even be back after his first year. So, I mean, right now it's a dumpster truck over there. Are you guys concerned about the Raiders and Pat's benching Genty, Tank Race, and Hendo injury? No, Hendo's playing. If you're cleared from a concussion, they feel good about you playing. Yeah, they feel good about you playing. So debating these guys or starting Stevenson, Trey Tucker, or Marvin. Don't start Marvin Harrison Jr.
Don't start. I was gonna say like Trey Tucker and Marvin Harrison Jr. Please do not do that.
No, don't do that.
You're in your
Absolutely
final.
not.
Do not put those guys for your final.
I like to win the money.
All right. Could Trey Tucker have won a legacy game? Anything is possible.
Would you bet money on it?
If someone had a gun to your head and it was like, does Trey Tucker go over 100 yards and get a touchdown a day, and your life is on the line, are you taking that chance? No.
It's that Talladega Nights one. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't want any of that.
Love that movie, yo. It's very nostalgic. I might actually have to go watch that this weekend. So yes, don't go Trey Tucker, don't go Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like if Hendo is out there, they feel good about Hendo. He most likely will still see some, because he doesn't need a lot of carries to bust one for you. And then two, he still can be used in the passing game. So I do like him. So you're good with either Hendo or Stevenson. Fuck Trey Tucker, fuck Marvin Harrison Jr. Don't do it to yourself. Because those guys could end up giving you just 5 points or an A. And you're going to be absolutely mad at yourself.
One thing. I just wanted to adjust my answer for Mr. Thomas Sierra. He said he also has Luther Burden as an option. So Luther Burden and A.D. Mitchell quite easily for me.
I like it.
Fair. Hey, we got Armin in the chat.
From two guys in one pod. Morning. Only made one final, which is best ball. So here's for fun.
Man.
Oh, man, listen, man.
Love Armin's work. If you're looking for a leak safe alternative, FanCred's awesome. Definitely check him out.
Yeah, I think you just did a podcast with him a few days ago. Was that last week?
I felt so fucking bad. It's like he pods a little bit, but he's like still getting into the swing of it. 5 minutes in, my Wi-Fi cuts out, and I'm just leaving him on there solo.
Oh yes, I thought it was a little awkward.
Oh yeah, I felt so fucking bad. I'm like walking around my house. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Come on, like T-Mobile,
And
work
he's
with
like,
me
Yeah,
then.
he's just sitting there like,
uh,
man, let's talk about this game, I guess.
that's hilarious.
Addy, where are you?
That is
He's like Vincent Vega, like just looking around, like what's going
that is
on here?
hilarious. With Kittle unlikely to play in standard, should I play Fannin Jr., Strange, or Tungus? So right now, just reading off that, it's between Fannin Jr. and Strange for me. As of now, I only have Fannin rostered, and in standard, would you go Pats or Seahawks defense? Sat Houston, who got 9. I mean,
Pats.
yeah, Pats. And then with Fannin Jr. and Strange,
That's yeah.
that's a toss up. One has an injury, one does not. One could very much. Well, I have both. Once again, I have Harold Fannin Jr. as my tight end 3 for the week. So I'm rolling with Fannin Jr. here. But hey, I'm always ready to get a little strange though. What do you think, Addy?
Fannin Jr. without a doubt. Come on now.
Rock?
I get nervous with these midweek injuries. He's a warrior, so he's going to play, but I don't know how effective he will be with the groin injury. So I'm gonna go with Strange. I'm gonna do a little swerve here, and I'm gonna go Strange.
I might swerve in the corner. Whoa, whoa. Ray Gamer 7046. If Tet is out on the Panthers, would that make Seattle the better play or no?
Wait, Tetaroa McMillan's out?
There was a notification that just came
Don't,
across that
don't, don't fucking say that
questionable.
shit.
He is questionable.
Fuck.
He just
You serious? Man, it's fucking bullshit.
he just went to questionable about 25 minutes ago.
Fuck this shit. Fuck, man.
So
don't say that. He's gonna be in.
He's
gonna be in. Don't say that shit.
Some hopium.
Don't say that shit. Next question.
We got some hopium in here.
No, Seattle's not the better play. It's obviously anybody that's playing the Jets. The Jets are fucking terrible.
So I just looked it up. Panther star McMillan questionable with illness before Seahawks game. And this is from from Adam Schefter 38 minutes ago. Panthers now have added.
You telling me he's better? He must have the fucking corona virus if he's gonna sit out this game because he's trying to get into the playoffs.
I actually think the flu has been going around quite a bit. I've heard the flu has been crazy these last few weeks. So yeah, man, that's a tough one for people who need that this week.
Better have the flu game.
I'm telling you, Stephen Morgan, Julius Peppers was one of the best defensive ends that ever played, 100%. Carolina, Green Bay, and for the Bears, beautiful. Now I know it made people sick when he went from the Bears to the Packers to end off his career, but I mean. We saw fucking Brett Favre go from the Packers to the Vikings, so it happens. So
can't hate on Pep. Yeah, can't hate on Pep.
They can never make me hate you, Julius. Never.
Yeah.
Carolina Panda legend.
Never. Fan Cred also says Seattle defense is elite. Start with confidence against short quarterback. Bro, I feel you on that way. And Frosty the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Damn it! I messed it up again. God damn! I did this on a Christmas edition. I'm getting my songs messed up. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna tap back into my Christmas spirit. Need 3: Pitts, Burden, Sampson, or Ramondre Hendo. PPR. He needs 3. Pitts for me. Ramondre, just because, and Burden. How about you, Addy?
You know what? I want to say Pitts. I'm close there. I'd go Burden, Ramondre, and Hendo. I love these options, so that's a fun one.
Rob?
If there was ever a week to start 2 running backs for the same team, it's this week. Yep. So Ramondre and Hendo. And I'm going to go with Pitts. I'm going to ride with the hot hand. I mean, Pitts had 50 points just a couple weeks ago, and he followed up with another massive game.
I like it. Tron, I can't believe I'm going all in on the Saints today. I'm stacking Suge with Olave and Jawan Johnson. Sometimes, in order to have success, we have to take risks and be uncomfortable. Clap it up for that one. Yeah, sometimes taking a risk, doing your thing, and going on a limb is very much so. The people.
As a Saints fan, I would. I don't think I would do that, but tough decisions need to be made when Tetairoa McMillan has the flu.
Tennessee titties start everybody. As our boy Shab would say, start everybody against the Tennessee titties. And if you're new here, Tennessee titties are the Tennessee Titans, but we like titties better. Well, I'm pretty sure we all like titties better, but nevertheless, I like Olave today. I like Juwan Johnson today. Watch Suge have his first. I don't know. And fact correct me. Has Suge have a third has Suge have this is horrible English. Has Suge had a 30-point game yet?
I don't think so. I think he's had multiple 25. Depends on your scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have his first 300-yard game this past week, but I think he only had one touchdown, I want to say. So yeah. No, he's consistently getting you in the 20s, but he hasn't had that ceiling blow up game just yet.
Like it.
Yeah, he's tickling the sack, as Rocco would say.
Heavy nuts.
Yo. Oh, hilarious. Stephen Morgan, thanks for the tips, guys. I'm trying to win my league for the second year in a row. Shout out to you. King Henry got me 45 last night. Yes, sir. Glad everyone. He got me 45 too, but I'm not in the damn playoffs. Don't matter. It don't matter. But for you, hell yeah. 45 points in a championship game? Hell yeah, brother. Good luck, everyone. He says, good luck to you. Alex Wynn, need a running back. Dowdle, Warren, Carter. I guess Warren for me, but fuck. Addy?
God, I really want to say Dowdle. I guess. No, I'm not going against Cleveland.
I forget Steelers are going against Steelers are going against, yeah. That's a tough match.
Dowdle. I don't really like saying Dowdle. Maybe Jesus, man, that's a hard question.
It is.
Who are you going, Rocco? Help me out.
I think I'm going to go with Warren here.
They're all close to each
like
other.
You said earlier. There's very little in the way of wide receivers there with DK out. Dowdle has entered into a time split with Hubbard. Carter could have the safest floor in a PPR scamming type of way. I think he can get you 10 points if you need 10 points, and if you need 20, I think he can get you 10 points. I think I'm going to go with Warren because I have to start Warren in a couple places just because of all of the bullshit that's happening at this time of the year. So I want to say it's Warren because I need Warren more than the other guys. No particular other reason than that.
Thomas Sierra says, thanks, guys. I'm in the championship with my wide receivers falling apart. I've been there, brother. Yikes. I've been there. Last year, I was in the chip. CD ends up busting his shoulder. I've been there, my G. So hope you.
Speaking of championships, how you guys doing so far in your championship rounds? Y'all looking like y'all bringing home some hardware?
I'm looking at bringing 2 home this year.
6 to 7.
Yeah, man. It's been. I was facing our boy in our DFB league against Omar and his crazy effing stack team. Yeah, he's already projected to get like 230 points. I'm like 180. Yeah, brother. He's yeah. So a lot of my and one of my championships, Jared Goff got in his 1-point performance. Definitely set me back. Definitely set me back. So it was either between starting Jared Goff or starting Shedeur Sanders. and I went golf, obviously, and not thinking that he was going to lose to a fucking third string quarterback. Ben, I am on your ass right now, man. Man,
Huncho
He
just
lost to the
asking
Vikings
for
defense.
diss tapes this year, man.
I'm so pissed off, bro. Jared Goff and your 1 point performance in the championship round. Absolutely unacceptable, bro.
I will tell you, man, I still got my heart because last year in the championship round, he had an absolute shootout with him and Brock Purdy, who brought me back from like 80 points down. So, um, luckily that team has already been eliminated because I would have started Goff again. But all of my golf teams have been eliminated, so he didn't hurt me too bad. And I'm in good position in 3 out of my 8 finals. I'm in a little bit worse position in 2 of those games, but all of them are still, winnable or losable. So, um, shout out to anybody that's winning the championship already, with these holiday games. But all of mine are going to be in play today. So, man, it should be fun.
We are starting to wind down to the end of this show, the season finale of the Morning Rush. It has been a great series segment, man. We couldn't have done it without y'all. Appreciate every single comment, every single person has tapped in this year of this fantasy season. And we're going to definitely bring in the Morning Rush back for the 2026 season for sure, with more to come. But from Fan Cred, Dynasty Best Ball, I kept Vidal, but want to see what you guys think. Would you have dropped Kamani Vidal to pick up Tungus for the championship game?
I mean, if you need Tungus, if Tungus is the difference between you winning or losing money, then it's got to be Tungus. But I really like Kamani Vidal. I mean, I liked him as a prospect, and I'm glad he got an opportunity to show what he can do with opportunity. And he's really run with it. So I think he's earned a spot as the 2 on that team. And if anything were to happen to Hampton, I think he can step up and be a 1 for multiple weeks as he's shown this year.
You said Najee Harris real weird there, but
I'm kind of I don't speak on bums if I can avoid it.
Oh, you mean the starting running back for the LA Chargers? Come on now.
He's starting to get his leg put back together.
I totally forgot about that guy, to be honest with you. But
he doesn't exist. He's a figment of Addie's imagination.
Right TSB world.
I'm a Najee guy.
I think Vidal's better than Najee already.
You're probably right.
He's got explosion.
I don't think I played ESPN this year. ESPN standard scoring flex. Jalen Warren or DeAndre Swift? As the Bears fan, are you rolling with DeAndre Swift over Jalen Warren?
Yeah, without a doubt. Easy yes on this one.
What about you, Rob?
Yeah, I agree. Both are in a timeshare, but DeAndre Swift's the 1A in his timeshare, whereas Jalen Warren is now the 1B or maybe even the 2 in his timeshare.
And thanks and keep up the good work. Appreciate the kind words, my friend. Alex Wen, guys, tell me I didn't make a horrible decision. Started Trevor Lawrence over Dak.
Cool. I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it. As a Cowboys fan here, I am very much cool with that. Dak. Now, if Dak had the full game that he started with in the first half, then yeah, it might have been, you know what I'm saying, a little something there. But I believe Trevor Lawrence, with the performance Dak gave, but he could have basically the same one or even better with his matchup this week. Bryce Doward. I don't want to butcher your name, my friend, but I'm just going to call you Bryce. Start Jacoby Brissett or Drake May. See, 2 weeks ago, Rocco was on that start Jacoby Brissett everywhere. Now I'm on that start to studs. I'm going Drake May. Which way you rolling with, Addy?
Give me Drake May. It's closer than I want it to be, but give me Drake May.
Yeah, I mean it's easily It's easily Drake May in this one. Jacoby got too close to the sun last week and he had to fall back a little bit. I still think Jacoby's a good start this week. And I had to start him in a couple places because Lamar Jackson said, screw you guys, I'm going home. Drake May, come on, guys. We've seen this. We've seen the floor for Jacoby Brissett now.
Stone Phillip, good morning. Start Carter or Ramondre Stevenson? Ramondre for me. Addy?
Ramondre.
Ram him in there.
Ram him in there, damn it. Trays. Morning back to you, player. Help me win the ship. That's what we do. With Kittle out, Tungus or Strange? Thanks or good luck, everyone. Addy?
Same boat. Exact same boat. Get Strange in there.
Get Strange.
L'Estrange.
Let's get Strange
called
tonight.
at one point. L'Estrange.
And Fancrest says, I'll be tuning into the morning show more next year. Appreciate you, player. Always, appreciate everybody that tunes in.
What's his name again, Addy?
Armin Stope. Yeah.
Armin.
Big fan of Armin.
Shout out to you, Armin.
Thank you for tuning in, Armin.
Shout out to you, Armin. And Trey also says, May or Lawrence? Thanks again. May. And then Rocco's going with T-Law.
It's gonna be T-Law.
T-Law.
Not May.
Still going, boys.
Fucking December.
We are going, but we have hit the end, Mr. Ben. No bars. Straight Dr. Seuss. And that is The Morning Rush show, the finale of it. It has been a fun one. Addy, let the folks know where they can find you at, man.
Oh, of course. Hey, thank you guys for having me on. Love Fourth and Fantasy. We're going to be doing a bunch with these guys during the off season, so be sure to check out their work. You can find me on Two Guys One Pod on YouTube, Duck League Champ on all the social media platforms, and check out our app on the Google Play and the App Store. We're running through Week 18. We're running through Championship Week. We're going through the playoffs. We have an NFL draft competition coming up by Senior Bowl weekend. We'll see you guys on there. There's a lot of stuff coming up.
Get y'all asses on there, man.
Let's fucking go.
And remember, like, share, and subscribe. You can always join our free Discord, which you can find in the description of the YouTube video. Free advice. We're all in there. We have a great community. Whether you need start and sit questions or you just want to talk ball, we got you. And then also, you can find the League Champ. You can find League Champ 2 on Google Play and League Champ on Google Play and the Apple Play Store. You can find that in the description itself. God damn it, Rock.
Sorry, he threw up the fucking alley-oop to me. Thank you, Benny.
Rock, do you have anything for the folk before we get out of here for the season finale, man?
Man, good luck, everybody. Man, it's been an awesome season. It's been a long season. I'm set up to have by another great season of wins, and hopefully we've helped you guys and gals, get some championship wins too. Hopefully y'all have, been on the journey, and hopefully we've helped y'all, weekly, or if not weekly, at least once or twice to help you get to the next round in advance. But we do it for you guys and gals. Without your support, without your interaction, without your question, the show is nothing, because we need the fans and the commenters and the subs showing out, and y'all have every week. It's shocking to me that we still have all of these comments in championship week. I know a few people have been eliminated in certain leagues, but y'all still coming fucking y'all coming hard,
strong
and strong, long and strong,
hard and strong. Coming hard.
I appreciate y'all. I don't want to get canceled here. So once again, we are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. I'm Siriaco. You can call me Rocco. We will be here all off season. We're not going away. We're just gonna take a little break on the Sunday shows. But man, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe if you're new here. Jump in the Discord. It's in the description of this video. And thank you once again. Y'all have been awesome all year.
And I am Honcho, and we are your fantasy playbook to more championship wins. With that being said, y'all take care. Enjoy your Sunday. Addy, thank you for jumping in on this, man. Hope we all get a championship, get some dubs today. Do you have anything left? You have anything before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I got one last one. You guys know why the chat's so active on week 17 of this 2025 football season? Because you leading people to championships. Come on now. Best
There
in
we
the
go.
business out here. These are two of the best analysts on League Champ. There's plenty of validation that you should be listening to this channel.
Appreciate you, Addy, for the kind words. And as we get out of here, here's League Champ again, where you can win a free NFL jersey by being the #1 ranker of the week. Till next time, this has been the Morning Rush. Thank you, everybody.